Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom!
Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, welcome back to channel on Bushka. And today's video is all about hot drops. Hot drops are probably the prime source of entertainment for those of us who've been playing the game for an awfully long time. On the EU server where I am at the moment, I've been solo squatting. Now, that's not necessarily what I mean by hot drops, but I really want to aim this at everyone out there who's trying to advance from the point where you're just struggling to win games to the point where you're starting to exercise a little bit of PUBG mobile combat creativity, and you're getting your hot drop on and you're having fun and taking engagements as a matter of course. I want to tell you some simple things that are going to make you all the better at that. Now, I say this not as someone who is one of the best players in the game, because I'm not. I say this as someone who has won games and has played games as a snake, as someone who basically tried everything they could to never take a combat engagement, and then as someone who's worked from there all the way up to where I am now, where you can have a hot drop, get 10 or 12 kills, and walk away feeling good about yourself. Now, there's a few things you have to understand about this, and there's a few concepts I want you to embrace. Number one, you're going to die, and you're going to die a lot. And to do that, you're going to have to start ignoring rank. You will eventually be able to rank up doing this, but you're not going to rank up immediately doing this. You're going to go backwards, and taking a step backwards in rank is good. Sometimes to go forwards, you have to take a step backwards, because if you're ranking up as a primary focus, then you're not really focusing on your combat skills. And hot dropping is all about combat skills, and more than anything, hot dropping is about making good decisions. You're going to see a clip in a moment that makes me laugh so hard. This guy hasn't found out the jump punch doesn't work, and he's trying to jump punch his way over here to ambush me while making noise. Read the patch notes, you absolute clown. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. First and foremost, simple stuff. I tend to drop at about 800. 800 meters, by the time you press the button at 800 meters, it's usually about 790. And on a flat surface going straight down at a 45-degree angle, that will get you to the ground faster than anything else, right? You've probably seen in a couple of the clips already, if I'm solo squatting and I'm going George Pole crates, I like to drop this first warehouse. But here's another skill that you have to absolutely master. And I was playing with my good mate Hockey Roop during the week, and he doesn't play with players who inhale loot like I do. You've got to get used to looting fast. You've got to find a gun. As soon as you land, your primary focus is a weapon. I can see that there's a crate full of coins on my right, but who cares about that? Because the guy in the next building to me is looking for a gun as well, and I've got to get past him. If I had stopped for anything there, I wouldn't have got a gun. Secondly, you've got to get used to using shotguns. Shotguns are everything on a hot drop. If you can use a shotgun, you can turn an absolute horrific situation into a plausible situation. Once you're doing this, you also have to hurry up and wait. A lot of what we do in PUBG Mobile may seem a little bit passive, but there's no way around it. If you're playing TPP and you want to win, and you haven't mastered close quarters combat, you're not going to walk up to a 2v1 like this, hit, drop shot, kill everyone. That's not going to happen, okay? You've got to take your time. Here's another hot drop at mill base. So we've done the 800 meters, we've landed first, we've got a gun, and this poor grub out there has not landed first, and he's not got a gun, and he's not looted quick enough, and he's had to run. That means he's an easy clear. As I'm running back, someone comes in behind me. Now, I could rush them, but I don't know how many there are. There could be 4 people in there. There is, in fact, only 2. But even so, I don't know that. So I'm going to hurry up and wait. I'm going to get a good angle, hit him a little bit, get around the corner, and set it up. And watch how I don't leave the hard cover. See the hard cover? I come back behind it, I reset the peak, and I come out again. Sure, it's cheap. Sure, it's nasty. But we're going towards a C block now of mill base. We've got 4 kills and we've just knocked a bot, and we're still alive. And you have to rationalize this. If you're on a hot drop, you're there to live, you're there to get better, and that's going to involve taking combat, but take it on your terms. So, 2 big rules first. 800 meters, and get fast at looting. Hockey couldn't keep up with me when we were looting mill base. I was 70 meters ahead and there was nothing left behind for Hockey to loot. I play with a bunch of guys in Australia like McDingaling, and we are hoovers. And you guys all know this. There's always someone in this squad who just takes all the freaking loot. Well, you want to be that guy. And it's not just because you're selfish. It's because the faster you loot, the faster your combat effective. The faster you get your guns, the more likely you are to win gunfights. Having a good weapon on a switch means that you've got 2 guns to use in a full auto situation, and that will let you live. And then as you move across, you can see I've got 7 kills now, and we're 73 left. I mean, there's been 27 kills on the map, and we've got a quarter of them. And we're now moving across to the next part of mill base. And again, I hear footsteps. I explore. I can't get the gun down far enough there. He's hiding. I hear someone on the right as well. I hear 2 footsteps on the left. So there's at least 3 people here. I pull back. This is where you really make your money on any hot drop in any 1v4 situation. You want to take it one player at a time. Cut it down to 4 individual engagements. And if you can, cut it down to a couple of individual engagements and 1 engagement where you kill the guy trying to revive his teammates. I will touch just a little bit on that chat I had earlier. And you can see this is just 1, 2, 3 separate engagements. And earlier I talked about 800 meters. If I'm dropping Chumacera, the taller the building, or the taller the hot drop, the closer I drop. Chumacera, I'll drop 700, 650, depending on which part of the mountain I'm dropping on, because it's so far above sea level, it's going to stop me from landing where I want to if I drop at 800. If the plane's going 900, for instance, that's the closest I can get, I'll drop at 900, go flat till about 450, 500, and then go straight down. And that'll generally get me to my spot very, very quickly, depending again on altitude. And you're going to have to get a feel for this. This is another hot drop in Pachinki. I don't have a vest, and I just picked up that AK. So I really wasn't getting involved in anything because there was no need to. You've got to start picking and choosing your engagements based on your loadout. For me, it's number 1, get a gun. Number 2, get armor. Number 3, get heals. Anyone that plays with me, and there's a lot of people in the Patreon chat and my mates who play with me. Oh, that's something else on a hot drop. Anytime you're in one of these urban engagement areas, ADS through the windows, because they're generally at the height where they'll take your hip fire right on the windowsill. And this is just another squad where we've broken it down into a 1v4. That's all we're doing here. Really, really simple stuff. And I'm cutting it so you can see each one as it happens. Where was I? Yeah, I go mad for meds. Meds are one of the best competitive advantages you can have in PUBG Mobile. Being able to heal is everything. And being able to heal from, say, 60 health to 75 every single time because you've got enough med kits that you don't have to worry about running out of that resource is huge. Like going into a gunfight, 60% healthy as opposed to 75% healthy is enough. And watch this, it's a huge mistake. I accidentally bolt the wall and we just get away with it. That's a 20 ping win. There's no way I win that on the Asia server at 150. That just doesn't happen. Yeah, meds are absolutely everything. And then you can see as you're going along, you have to get good with all weapons. AKs, SCAR-Ls, M416s. And I need to reiterate this. The SCAR-L does more damage than an M416. Okay? It has more damage than an M416. It has better bullet speed than an M416. Only slightly, like 3%, but it's better bullet speed than an M416. And the recoil is, in my opinion, every bit as good as an M416, if not better. So, yeah, you need to be embracing all weapons. Shotguns particularly are really super duper effective. And don't be afraid to drop back on a hot drop. And you can see here we've come out of Pachinki with 11. We got a flare gun. We pulled that guy's flare gun. Some of the lobby started heading in. And the next thing you know, we end up coming away with a 21, 22 kill game. This is how they happen. you build a couple of kills here, a couple of kills there on a hot drop, and suddenly you're starting to do big numbers and you're having a good time. It's not going to happen overnight. I've been playing for 5 years, and this stuff will come as second nature, but you've got to get faster at looting. That is one of the first things that I will point out to you. Your movement and your looting is everything. Adjust the sensitivity, set up your auto loot correctly, and your preferences. You can do all that in your settings, and that's like 20 minutes hard work. That's all it is. Another thing you're going to find is on these hot drops, if you clear a bunch of squads at the start in the hottest part of the plane location, quite often the people that are left are the worst players in the game. I mean, there's no way around this. Like, quite often the people that are left are not the best players on the plane or in the lobby, because all those good players wanted to fight and drop hot, and they're the gun players, and whoever's left gets to clean up the scraps very often. I'm Bushka, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little hot drop primer. Remember, grass doesn't render at like 110 meters. If you're lying in the grass, late circle in an open field, yeah, you're probably an inexperienced player and you're just trying to snake, and if that's the case, this video is probably for you. Until next time, please subscribe, please like the content. I really love making the videos, and stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now. Is it 22? I think that was 22. 22 or 23, whatever.